Good evening, Ma'am Viscoso. This is my position paper, and for my report for position paper, this is a parent's guide. The title of my position paper is The Impact of Social Media on Children's Mental Health, which means the social media is a very big impact not only for the children's health but also for the adults' health. So we have to discipline our kids as a parents. We have to control them by using the social media. First is the use of social media by children can have various negative effects on their mental health. It's important for parents, caregivers, and educators to be aware of these potential risks and take steps to mitigate them. So mitigate means we have to control or we have to reduce the kids by using social media because this is very bad for their mental health. For example, for my kids, they don't want to socialize with others because they are only using their phones. So they don't usually eat breakfast because of these social media. So I'm trying my best for them to reduce this. So we as a parents, we have to check on what our kids doing in the social media. So next is the cyberbullying. Cyberbullying has become a prevalent issue in the digital age, im- impacting individuals of all ages, especially children and adolescents. This topic allows of an in-depth exploration and cause, effect, and consequence of cyberbullying as well as the strategies and interventions needed to prevent and address this harmful behavior. So we have to intervene these types of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying means this is only for childs which is victim of a cyberbullying. This is not apart for adult posted or posting embarrassing. This is for libel for adults, but for adolescents and child, this is cyberbullying. So nowadays we have the problems of the parents selling their kids through online sexual. So nowadays a lot of teenager will do suicide because of their cyberbullying. Uh, I was once experienced about my kids. Uh, she has a video call. When I saw the calls, it is came from the Indian, which is showing his part of his private parts of his body. So what I did is I turn off the the messenger account of my kids. So we have to be careful. We have to be aware of what our kids doing in social media to prevent this cyberbullying. Next is social comparison. Social media often presents a curated and idealized version of people's lives. Your kids may feel pressure to measure up to unrealistic standards, leading to feelings of inadequacy, jealousy, and low self-esteem as they compare themselves to their peers. So some adolescents they are not happy for themselves. They are not enjoying themselves. Um, they are insecure or others. They are keep comparing themselves into others that they are like this. They are slow. They have self-esteem. So we have to aware about their our kids comparing their selves. Okay, and inadequacy means it's not in Tagalog, it's not hindi yun siya sapat. So we have to be aware about this social comparison. Do not compare your kids through social. Next is privacy concerns. So your children may not fully grasp the potential privacy risks associated with sharing personal information online. Inappropriate sharing or interaction with strangers can lead to safety concerns and stress. So, nowadays, the child has no privacy. Some parents put their putting their the information of their kids into social media. So they has no privacy. They posted their report cards, which is not good for the children. So we have to protect our child's privacy. So you have to aware what we have to post about our kids. We have to avoid posting pictures and any information about your kids. Next is negative body image. Exposure to image and content promoting unrealistic beauty standards can contribute to the development of negative body image and self-esteem issues, particularly as your children compare themselves into influencers or celebrities on social media. So they have some kids nowadays are very insecure of their body. Unlike my kids, my grade 8 student, she keep on saying that she has a sexy body, she has a nice body, not the same as others. So the yeah, nowadays usually we using a filters because we are insecure to ourselves. We are not satisfied. We don't accept because we look ourselves into others, which we wanted to be like them, especially the influencers, the celebrities on social media. We nowadays kids are very insecure of themselves. Next is sleep disruption. So, excessive use of social media, especially before bedtime, can interfere with sleep patterns. Deprivation can have a negative impact on mood, cognitive functions, and overall mental health in your children. Nowadays, because of the social media, the child's lack of sleep. So, example, my kids, they are exposed in social media and gadgets. So they don't sleep even though I already demand them that stop already stop until 9 o'clock in the evening. So their eyes is not in the sides, eye bugs, and they use a lot of mobile gadgets, which I have to discipline. So because their bodies become slower because they are lack of sleep. So fear of missing out. So social media often showcase social events, gatherings, and activities that your children may feel excluded from. The fear of missing out can contribute to anxiety and sense of social isolation. So, for example, there's an events on birthday, fiestas, any celebrations, if you bring your kids into socialized or events, they are they are not going to connect with people. They're just using their gadgets. They have anxiety with the people. They isolate themselves into using by using their gadgets. So we no longer socialize because of this uh, these gadgets nowadays. So we have to control and discipline our kids. We have to educate them on how to use the social media and gadgets. Addiction and screen time. So excessive screen time, including time spent on social media, can contribute to addictive behavior, leading to neglect of another important activities such as homework, physical exercise, and face-to-face interactions. Yes, This is really sad reality nowadays. Usually, I saw the people in the buses. They don't talk anymore. They just bow their heads into their gadgets. They don't even talk to the person beside them, even though they become lazy through exercises. They are lack of exercise. They are very lazy to walk. Nowadays, especially in Manila, I saw the people there. They are usually using elevator, escalator. They no longer walk. They no longer, but then they no longer talk to the people. Even though we don't, they are not now asking where the informations, because they use the gadgets. We can use through maps, so we are disconnected to people. So we have to bring back those how to communicate with others. So pressure to conform. So social media platforms can sometimes create pressure to your children to conform to certain trends, behaviors, or opinions. This pressure can contribute stress and negatively impact their mental well-being. So these social media can sometimes make pressure to these kids nowadays. Their behaviors was changed. They saw videos that make them afraid of something. Like for example, my kids, when I keep on avoiding them to talk about the circumcised. But one day, my kids saw on TikTok platform that on what the process of doing the circumcise, and they asked me what is this, and then I explained to them, and they said they don't want to be circumcised because they are afraid. So this is not good for the kids. Instead, they are ready to face something like that. They are not preferred anymore because they are afraid what they saw on platform. That's all, and thank you.